Oh, just a second. I think it's my fan. I'll just. Is it better now?
Yeah, okay, ma'am.
Yeah, it's the fan. I've switched it off. Okay. So last class we were talking about logical thinking, and so let us just quickly go through what all we discussed. Okay. So we mentioned what is logical thinking. It is actually steps of connections and consequences. Basically, we have certain arguments. So when we say arguments, it is just some discussion, collection of conversations, and which will help us to draw some conclusion. So group of statements, and one of which is the conclusion, which is claimed to follow the other from the others, which are called premises. And we understand what is premises, what is conclusion, and that process of deriving conclusion from the premises is what we say as logical reasoning. And then logical reasoning, we mentioned just because our premise is true, conclusion need not be true. It is about connecting the right facts. Maybe there are facts, but if you don't connect the right facts, you may go wrong. So that is there. Now then we discussed about when you have an analyze. So first of all, we should understand that not all statements we say as logical sentences, that is questions, exclamatory sentences, etc., are not considered to be logical sentences. We say it to be logical sentence only if that statement we can say whether it is true or false, that kind of a statement. So like sun rises in the east. So he is a good boy, or he belongs to this class. So it is either true or false. So those kind of statements only we can say as logical statements. And then we mentioned about two kinds of reasoning, that is inductive and deductive. So inductive, we understand that we take premises which are specific certain cases, and then we conclude to some generalization. Like we mentioned, this is a like say student of this class has a laptop. The next student of this class, student B of this class, has laptop. Student C of this class has laptop. Now we conclude that all the students of this class has laptop, something of that sort. So specific to generalization, generalized, it comes as I think people are trying to join. Is someone else able to allow them? I'll just.
Ma'am, I am admitting, ma'am.
Okay, okay, thanks. Because it is, I can't see when I put my screen in the full, I mean the PPT in the full screen, I won't see that part of your teams.
I am
So, okay.
allowing them, ma'am.
Yeah, yeah, thank you, thank you. So, so when we say inductive, that is the way it is. So we take some facts or premises which are specific, and then we conclude something which is generalized. Whereas in deductive, it's the other way. We have generalized premises, and from that we are coming down to a specific conclusion. Okay, and whether it is true, etc., is secondary. How we conclude, that is our inductive or deductive. So usually better to have one or two premises and then conclude. Okay, so usually we say a major premise, minor premise. Even if you don't know the terminology, at least we should have more than one premise, and then based on that we conclude something. That's how we say. So like say for example, if it's a deductive reasoning, we may say all some generic statements, like say all I think all numbers are divisible by all numbers divisible by 10 ends with 0, something like that somebody told yesterday. So then you say that is a generic premise. Then you have also one more premise, like not generic premise, what I meant is major premise, or just say it as one of the premise. And then we should say that, say number 90 is what is that, ends with 0. Okay, so first premise was all numbers ending with 0 are divisible by 10. Then we say 90 is a number which ends with 0. Then now the conclusion is 90 is divisible by 10. Okay, so some generic facts, from that we are concluding to a specific thing. So it is a deductive. Okay, so like that you can have n number of, we already discussed so many examples. So like all birds can fly, penguins are birds, so therefore penguins can fly. Okay, whether it's true or not is second, but our conclusion how we make, that is our deductive or inductive. All men are mortal, Socrates is a man, therefore Socrates is mortal. So something of that sort. Okay. So all these we discussed. So inductive and deductive. Then we mentioned about expressions. So what do we say? Like when do we say it's an expression? We should have one or more variables or constants joined by operators. So an expression, so it can be like say C is equal to A plus B, or C is equal to B, or A plus B. All these are expressions. So we have combination of operators, expressions, sorry, variables and constants. So expression will be evaluated and it produces a result. So the result of all arithmetic expressions, they are actually integers or reals. Boolean expressions means the expressions which evaluate to either true or false. Such an expression we say relational expression. So whenever we have something like it is just true or false, it takes value true or false, we say it's Boolean. Okay, this terminology may be used later also, so you should know what it is. Now the result, usually when we say like say A greater than B, so something is related to something else. So that is the way we say it is relational expression. Okay. So then we discussed about the operators, relational operators and logical operators. So relational operators are your normal greater than, equal to, less than, equal to, equal to, equal to. Why did we put double equal to there? Like 2 equal to is put there. Why?
It is to check for equality. Like
Yeah.
you
So
have
single equal to, if you put like say if I write C is equal to 5. Okay. So in max, if you need to say give a value for a variable, you write C is equal to 5. So to check whether that number is same as like say I want to have check whether C is 5. So for that also you may write is C is equal to 5 and then put a question mark. That is how you'll do in max. But in programming languages, you need to differentiate this. Okay, you can't just put one single equal to and tell that you have two different meanings. That's not possible. So what we usually practice in most of the programming languages is single equal to, when you put it, is assigning value to it. So when I say C is equal to 5, it is like putting the value 5 to the variable C. When I write C is equal to 5, so what it means is we are checking whether C is 5. Okay, got me? You have any doubt in that? Why we have double equal to? Anyone, is there any confusion who have not learned programming and don't have any idea of it? Still you can ask.
Ma'am,
If it's not still, yeah.
Ma'am, for checking the value is C, we have to keep double equals to, ma'am.
Yeah, so if, for example, if you're checking, say A and B are two variables, okay, and A is having some value, B is having some value. Now, if I want to check whether A and B are same, so in max, you will simply write A equal to B and then put a question mark, isn't it? But in programming languages, we write A equal to B. So if you write like that, the meaning is you're checking whether A and B are same. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So same thing if you write one single equal to, that is A equal to B, which means B's value you are putting in A. So it is like an assignment. Whereas when you put equal to, you are checking whether A and B are same, are equal. Okay. So that is the difference. Then we told about not equal to, that exclamation symbol we say not here. Okay. So not equal to, which means like say if I write A not equal to 5, which means I am checking whether A's value is not, I mean, it shouldn't be equal to 5. That's what we are checking. So it may be true or it may be false. Then it is greater than, equal to, less than, equal to, all that. Okay. Then logical operators, where did we use it? I mentioned about it. Can somebody say an example where we can have a logical operator, where we need to use a logical operator?
when you want the answer to be either yes or no,
Okay.
you can use logical operators.
That is
Ma'am,
correct.
can I tell you with respect to these
Yes.
three?
Yes. Say
Okay,
some
so
example and say.
yes, ma'am. So based on condition, let's say you have you have to get out of your house to go to school. Only after you take bath and brush, you'll use and, so that both the conditions should be satisfied.
Okay.
And let's say you had to do any one of those before going to school. If your parents were a little less strict, then you'll use or. You just have to do any one.
Okay.
And not would be if you don't need, like it can be more than one condition also for not.
For example.
For example, ma'am, like one minute, ma'am.
So maybe I can say like this, since you brought in the example of coming to school. Not having fever, go to school. Can we say that way?
Yes, ma'am.
So having fever is my variable. Okay, so if I say I have a variable called A, having, not having, sorry, having fever or feverish. Okay, so that is our value. And then when I say not A, which means not feverish, so you will go to school. Okay, so something like that. So now, so his example was, it was real example. So when I say, when he was saying, for example, say a person needs to brush his teeth, his or her teeth, and take bath, then go to school. Okay, if brush teeth and take baths, then go to school. Okay, so and is there. But if it is like you either brush or take bath, maybe you can say you either wear uniform or color dress. Okay, one of these you should wear. That's enough. So and then go to school. I mean, there is no and then go to school. So then it becomes an or. Like one of these should be there. Can somebody else tell me an example where we can have and or not? We usually use in our daily life, but you need to just think.
Ma'am, I
Some
have
other
a doubt.
example. Sorry?
I have a doubt, ma'am.
Sure.
Logical operators are used only between two arguments, ma'am.
Yes. You can have multiple, but then again we will like say if I have say X and Y and Z, it is like say you should brush your teeth and take bath and take your medicine, something like that. Okay, that is possible, but at a time before an and after an and you will have only two operators, I mean two operands. Like say you can write A plus B plus C, isn't it? But you
Yes.
won't write, so both side of plus, you have only two things. That is always there. But you can combine multiple things like this. Like say if I have three conditions to be checked and all of them should be done, then only you go to school. Like, so brush your teeth and take bath and take medicine. So three things are combined here, but I have used two ands there. So single operator may not be sufficient, but you can combine like this.
Yes.
Is it sensible or you want me to put some other example?
I understood, ma'am.
Anyone else if you have any doubt? Okay, so somebody else tell me some examples, because when you say examples, I think it's more good, because if somebody says an example which is not correct, so that's when we realize that this is the way we might make mistakes. Than me telling some example. Somebody can say, try saying some example. See, you don't have to hesitate. It is just only you and me. Okay, we are not even seeing each other. So why do you worry when you say something? Say openly, it's okay. Somewhere you have to come forward. I understand that some would be little hesitant, but you have ideas. You can say. Just my question is, you have to tell some example. Like now, I think Anirudh was telling. I don't know who was telling. So it was like examples for and or not. Similarly, you can also bring out some example for and or not. Nitish, you want to say some example?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Before taking breakfast, you should have. Before taking your breakfast, you should wash your mouth and you should wash your hands.
Okay. That is example for and. So take brush and hand wash, then eat food. Something like that. Yeah. Then example for or. Anybody else also can say, if he has told one example for and, somebody else can say. I think Namrata wanted to say something.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell.
For going out in present situation, you have to put on your mask or a face shield.
Put on your mask or
Face shield.
face shield. Okay.
Yes.
So either wear mask or wear face shield, then go out. Something like that. Okay. So only if one of these is done by you, you can go out. Then somebody else. So many and or in our real life. Why can't we say? Let me just try calling some people. It's okay. You don't have to feel bad when I call. It is just because some may be little hesitant to start. So I want to just start calling them. You don't have to worry about it. If you are not, I can help. The problem is the names from this mail ID understanding is so difficult. Jayashree Sush. I don't know what is the name here. Jayashree Sush is what I see. 2714. You there? Joshita, are you there? Joshita. Let me see someone else. You don't have to worry anyways. Let me see somebody else. Pavan K. Pavan Kumar, are you there? Just unmute yourself. What am I going to do? Sorry? You said me something I did not hear properly. It's J7615453. I don't know how will I call your name. I can see only this. You wanted to say something? Yes, Pavan Kumar. Speak up.
Ma'am, can I give one more example?
Wait.
This is Anirudh, ma'am.
Yeah, understood. Wait. Who is that? Sorry, can you repeat your name? I did not hear properly. Shashikamal. Is it Shashikamal? You speak. I don't think I'm hearing you properly. Just speak something.
I will play my microphone and I will come again.
Okay. Suraj, you wanted to say something? Ravirala Suraj.
Playground, we can play cricket or football.
You may have to increase your volume. I don't hear you properly. Can you repeat once again?
Playground, we can play cricket or football.
First line I did not hear. We can play cricket or football.
And to listen class, we should have Teams app and network connection.
Teams, you said?
Teams app.
Yeah, I am. Is it my issue? I don't hear properly. Yeah, you have to have internet and something else you told. I did not hear properly.
Ma'am.
Yeah. To attend class, you should have internet.
Should have Teams and internet.
Yeah, Teams and internet. Yeah. To attend class. So if you have internet and Teams, then only you can attend class. So both should be there. So it's an and. So maybe I can put this way also. If I have a laptop or phone, I can attend class. So or is there.
So here, ma'am, these are relational expressions, no, ma'am. So they can either be true or false, no?
Yeah, it can be only true or false.
Okay.
But these are logical operators, not relational. And or etc. What you're seeing my screen, right? They are logical operators. Relational are greater than, less than, equals, not equals, these things. Logical are these. Sorry?
These operators are used to build relational expressions, no, ma'am.
Yeah,
So,
relational expressions. So when we say in real life, it is, I mean, when we use whatever examples you told, we didn't have any relational specific operators, but we had these. Only logical operators were there. Like how exactly it would look like is, say for example, I can write x greater than 5 and y less than 3. Something like this. Okay. So you have x greater than 3 is one relational relational expression. Similarly, you have this. Combining these together, we get a major expression. Both will be used in the same expression. But when we say in real life, it is just logical operators. So I was just asking the examples for and, or, etc. That is why it came out like that. You wanted to say something, Namrata?
Yes, ma'am.
Ah.
In the first statement is given to build relational expressions, two types of operators are used.
Yes.
So the examples we are giving are also relational expressions, ma'am.
Yeah, relational expressions only, but we don't have relational operators is what I said.
Okay, so both when we use them combinedly, then it becomes a relational.
Otherwise also logical operators, if you use also, we can say it is relational. We don't like specifically rule out that you can't say etc. Logical expression you can say maybe, or maybe we can say clearly because we have mentioned that in relational expressions we have logical and relational operators. So you can say this as a relational expression. Our interest was to just bring in the difference between and, or, etc. and where it would come. So that is why it turned up like we don't have operators, relational operators we didn't have. Still, I think when somebody said not, if somebody says not, like say for example, yeah, but still that becomes logical because not raining, you can play. So then that is again a logical operator. But yeah, you can say relational expression, not an issue.
Yes, ma'am. Understood.
Yes,
Ma'am,
let's
once show previous slide.
Yes, ma'am. I'm
Semi.
going to tell.
Ma'am, now it is audible, ma'am.
Who is that?
Hello, ma'am. This is Lakshman.
Yeah, wait a minute, Shashi Kamal. Let Lakshman say. Yeah, yes, Lakshman.
Okay.
You may go to the college by walk or by bus. About
Okay.
our option.
Yeah. So either take a bus or walk to reach the college. So it's an or condition. Yeah, Shailaja.
Ma'am, if you, in order to buy a laptop, you should buy it either online or you should go to the store and buy it.
Yeah. So to get a laptop, you need to buy it either online or go to the store and buy it. So it's an or condition. Can you combine, like, can someone try combining a not also in that? Like when you say or and, in that let it have a not or not also.
Ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, do not touch a hot utensil or you might get hurt.
No, do not touch a vehicle. Sorry, do
hot
not
utensil.
touch a hot utensil. Then you will get. So it's just a not actually. Do not touch. If so, you get. So if you touch, you will get. That's what you wanted to say.
Yeah.
So I think it did. I want a combination or and or either or should be there or and. But in that itself, some not should come. That's
Can
what
I tell, ma'am?
Who is that?
Anirudh.
Wait, Anirudh.
Okay,
I
ma'am.
want people who are not talking much to come up.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
can I?
Yeah. Yes, Shashikam.
Either he eats food or drink milk before sleep, but he will not sleep without eating.
I did not get you. Can you repeat? Either
He eats food or drinks milk before sleep, but he will not sleep without
I
eating.
think the statement ends there actually. Either he takes food or milk, therefore sleeping, something like that. Now and not etc. I don't think already you've concluded. No, if then is already over. Now don't put an not. I was telling, say, yeah, Anirudh, you say an example. Let me hear.
Ma'am, if A plus B equals C and A plus B not equal to C. A minus B not equal to C, sorry.
Yeah.
Then
exactly. This is like how you write your mathematical expression. So now we have some expression. Say we are saying A plus B equal to C. It is not equal to. Now it is equal to. Okay. So A plus B equal to C and A minus B not equal to C. So we have a relational expression, in the sense relational operator also, and a logical operator also. That is how we were saying actually. When we say math, these kind of expressions, we'll have all these combination. Since we are saying in real life, we were not getting that many combinations. So A plus B equal to C, and A, what is that? A minus B not equal to C. Yeah. So this is not equal to, my question was not. So I can say I am hungry and I am not thirsty. Then I go to that particular place, or I eat food, or I something like that. Or maybe I can say I am ready and it is not raining. Then go to school. I can say that, no? So it is, I am ready is one proposition, and then I can say, or some part. So I am ready and it is not raining. So not raining is there. And then I say I can go to school. Yes, Madhusudan.
Yes, ma'am. You should study electronics and computer science in first year. And ma'am.
Study electronics and computer science in first year. Okay.
Not mechanical.
You can choose electronics or computer science in first year.
Yeah, that is also fine. Now I think since Anirudh told, so you should study electronics and computer science, not mechanical, in first year, something like that. So now we have and, we have not, all this in picture. Sneha.
If a number is divisible by 6, then it will be divisible by 2 and 3 also.
Yeah, but actually our intention is two conditions are true, then something is true. That is how we say, not the other way. If two things are, this is true and this is true, then this. That is how I want. Now your conclusion is, if this is true, then this and this are true. That is not how we are talking about our expressions. Usually in our expressions, right side will be like just one thing, like one true or false. We can't have a combination. It's still true or false, but we don't say like that. Somebody else?
Ma'am, can I say, ma'am?
Yes.
I will go to the carnival and buy a ticket, or I will be prohibited.
So buy a ticket or not?
I will. Yes,
ma'am. Buy a ticket or not? Okay. Kind of, it's actually like same things opposite came, like buy or not kind of thing.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Maybe you can bring two different things also. Yeah, this is also fine. But I just want like two different things. Like when we say I am ready and not raining. So two different things it is.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, I have another example, ma'am.
Who's that?
Anirudh, ma'am.
Wait, Anirudh.
Okay.
Ma'am.
Who is it?
Nitish.
I want some new people. Nitish, I think you have already told, no? Some example. Ashrit, can you say? No, Ashrita, sorry.
Ma'am, like we should not go to medical store to buy books or pens. Using both not and or, ma'am. Not or. We should not go to medical store to buy books or pens.
Not go to my to buy.
Yeah.
Actually, and or did we get somewhere? Buy or books. That is not an or there. Two different things. You can say, but I think that became like one together thing. Like buy book or books or pens became like one statement, and not going is like another statement. So we didn't combine exactly that way.
Ma'am, I have an example. Face mask or a face shield alone does not prevent a person from being infected.
Yeah, but when we say the idea is correct, but when we say we should be like more specific. If this and this, then this, something of that sort.
Okay, ma'am. With or
We are saying that it is not sure. I mean, we can't say we won't get corona, isn't it? So, but we are trying to conclude something. Then no corona, like that something should come actually. So the previous statement was more sensible because either wear face mask or wear face shield, then go out. That is more sensible there. I think all of you, most of you have, yeah.
Like the statement, what is the mistake, ma'am? I did not.
No, in the sense, there's no mistake as such when you consider like in English. Can you repeat that line once again? I forgot that complete line.
Or a face shield alone will not prevent a person from getting.
Yeah. So alone, etc. is not in picture when we represent it as an expression. Let us see what is proposition, then you will know. So each thing is like a proposition which will evaluate to true or false. Then we combine. That is how we may actually make statements. Now we didn't say that, but that is how we take each statement and then combine. Actually, when we write expressions, maybe like A, B, C, etc., it is more clear. But then when we have real situations, wearing this alone may not help. It's actually a valid statement, but we are not writing it in two different proposition, etc. So wearing a mask alone would not help. So we didn't tell something like this or that, or maybe this and this, or this, not this, then this. That is how we should conclude.
Yes, ma'am, understood.
Okay. Your idea is correct, but when we say about these kind of examples, not really fit, exactly fit. That's what I mean. So I think, okay, I'm happy to see so many hands raised. Somebody is. So, but maybe we'll just finish off the slides and then again come back to this, okay? Because we are actually in the middle. Let me just finish and then we'll continue because time is already 11:23. Okay. Anyway, thank you. So many have raised actually. I'm happy about it. I'll give you a chance. I think slowly you are thinking and coming up with examples, but I think we are running short of time. So we were talking about this and then we mentioned. So I think here is where we stopped. Now, when we talk what is proposition, the proposition is any statement that can have one of the truth values, which is true or false. Initially, we mentioned it to be logical sentence, but when we are specific, we say it is proposition. So can we take an example like say 2 plus 2 equal to 4? Okay, so when we write that, it is either true or false. Okay, this statement. So we can say this is a proposition. Now 1 equal to 0. So of course, this can be either true or false. It will rain tomorrow. It is a proposition because maybe it will or maybe it will not. So either true or false. So what happens is the truth value may be true or false. That's fine. So when I say sentence 1 is equal to 0, it's a statement. The truth value is false. 1 is not equal to 0. We know that, isn't it? So, but still it's a proposition because it can be either true or false. Okay. Similarly, it will rain tomorrow. That is also either true or false. So it is a proposition. Now, what if I write solve the equation? So that is not a statement. It's not like true or false. I'm instructing you to do something. So there is no true or false. So it's like a command. So we don't say it's a proposition. So solve the following equation for x or write neatly in your note. So those close the door, open the door. They are all instructions or commands given by somebody. They are not statements. They are not proposition. Okay. Number 5. So I'm just telling the number 5. Okay. So can we say it is proposition? No, because the sentence itself is not complete. There is no planet called Mars. Okay. That statement is a proposition, but the truth value is false. Of course, the statement is wrong. So truth value is false, but of course, this is a proposition. Now, ode to spring. That is not a proposition. Like it is just it's just a, we can't say it's a true or false kind of a situation. Now, propositional logic is a mathematical model that allows us to reason about. So we are mathematically modeling and then we say whether it's a true or false. Now you can see something like law of excluded middle. So what is that? states that there are only two truth values in the logical system. So it should be either true or false. There is no like half true, half false kind of a situation. So it's either true or false. So there is no middle situation. Okay. So law of excluded middle, it states that there are only two truth values in a logical system, which is true or false. That's it. So now they're just asking you what are the statements which are proposition, and if it is a proposition, provide the truth value. Okay, so let me just maximize my screen. Sum of any two prime numbers is even. Of course, this is a proposition, and what is truth value? It is false. If you can say some example which is not, it is for the example what they have mentioned in screen. This one is actually not correct.
Can you repeat the definition of proposition?
Sorry?
Can you repeat the definition of proposition?
Proposition is something, a statement which evaluates to a truth or false. Or you are asking about, you are asking what is proposition only, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, statement which will evaluate to either true or false.
Okay.
So you can't say, say write neatly, like it's an instruction. So it is not a proposition. So, but when I say, so this is a classroom. So it is a proposition. It can be true or false, but it is, it has only two possible values. So when a statement can be evaluated, or a statement which will fall under either true or false, we say it is proposition. So first point is sum of any two prime numbers is even. So this statement, we can say it is a proposition, and what is the truth value? It is false. The statement is false, so we can say the truth value is false. Come to class. So we can't say it is a proposition because this is an instruction. Okay, so some kind of a command in an instruction given to you. So it's not true or false statement. So it's not a proposition. Moon is made of green cheese. Of course, it's a proposition. It can have only true or false value. And if it is a proposition, we are supposed to bring out the truth value. So what is the truth value? It is false. Now, is it raining? Of course, it's not a proposition because it's a question. Okay, so we are asking, of course, we'll say yes or no, but it's not a proposition because we can't say it's true or false. Okay, so like, did you eat today? So did you eat breakfast? If I ask you like that, it's a question. Okay, we can't say it's a proposition. Just because we say yes or no answers, we can't say a proposition. It's a statement which will have only a true or false values. So where we apply this, use this propositional logic is in querying and search engine. Have you heard of search engine? Do you understand what is search engine?
Yes, ma'am.
Google.
Somebody is muting me. Who's that? Okay, so
Google.
tell me.
Google.
Google. So Google is, I think, most of you would use a basic, like a very obvious search engine.
Microsoft Edge.
Sorry?
Microsoft Edge.
Edge is, I'm not asking you for a, what is that, browser, a search engine, like where you query.
Yeah, Google. Yahoo.
Google, Yahoo, yes. I think you have Bing. There are others also, but I think mostly what we all are, I think, using is Google search, because that's one of the most efficient kind of. So I think maybe we'll use that. So what happened? Mary again got left. So so when this kind of statements, why do you feel? So they are saying that propositional logic, that is, these kind of statements when we put it. Where we have proposition. So where do we use it in search engine? Why do they say that it is used in search engine with this and, or, etc.? Can you guess? So if I search, like, say computer science and engineering, or say I search computer science. Okay, I have two words. How does it actually take care? It will search, or it will list all the pages where we have those two terms. So it is computer and science. That's how it search actually. Okay, the words together, wherever it is seen, it will display the results. So kind of and is brought here, isn't it? So we mentioned already that it is logical operator, and this is actually contributing to the propositional logic. We have certain proposition and then we have some kind of combination, like this is there and something else. So that propositional logic is brought in here, because when we search to a keyword, search one keyword, so this and this is present, then you list. Or maybe you even have some, they usually give when you search to avoid some keywords. So when this keyword is, I mean, this exclude particular keyword. So these kind of, so not, that is actually done there. So these kind of things are possible because inside that actually a propositional logic is there. Now there is something called digital circuits, even if you're not so aware, where you have all these and, or, not, etc. in picture. Same way querying databases, like you have a large database and then you want to know, like some student whose mark is greater than 50 and less than something like that. So you need, for all these things, we need propositional logic. Okay, so by that we are ending. I think for proposition, you should be more clear. So certain statements which I think here, the proposition is when we say a statement can have one of the truth values, true or false. Okay, and propositional logic is a mathematical model. So when we said, like, say for example, when we discussed previously, you said, someone said, say, brush teeth and take breakfast, then go to school. So it is like actually P. When I say brush teeth, I can say a variable P. So P, and then what is that? Have breakfast. So that can be like a Q, another variable. We can represent using variables also. So P and Q, then R, or A and B, then C, something like that. So these kind of representations can be made, and that is used actually. Okay, so we are not going into depth of that, but that is how it would be represented. That's what I'm saying. So something implies something else. So those kind of if, then if P, then Q, something like that. So there are so many kinds of actually different ways of representing, etc. But I think it is not mentioned in detail for you, so I am also not covering much. So, but understand that these kind of things are possible, like say if this, then this, something like that. So we say P implies Q. So I say, say my car battery is dead, implies my car won't start, something like that. So when we say like that, or when my car battery is dead, my car won't start. So car battery is dead, I can say that as a one variable. Similarly, car won't start can be another variable, say Q. So then we can say if P, then Q. So P implies Q, that's what we say. Here and there you would have heard this word implies and all. So I'm not telling much examples on that, but something of these sort, like, or like say for example, if you had breakfast and medicine, so P and Q, then go to school. So R, P and Q, then R. So these kind of represent. So that is what is propositional logic. Okay, this and, not, etc. And these representing in terms of mathematical model using variables from our real life examples. So then that is our propositional logic. So it is used in cases where, like say search engine, mainly in searching, because combination of certain words, etc. And also in database searching, where we say huge data is stored in some database and you need to search something. Of course, there also some kind of propositional logic. Okay, so I think we'll not go into depth of that, but we just have to understand. So search engine, when you have queries like say people or some words when we write. So there are so many web results what we get. So if you write something like two different words, of course an and, or, not, etc. come in picture. So that's how it actually works behind the scene. Okay, so this and, not, etc. is in picture. That's how it is actually taken care. Okay. So this is our propositional logic, and this is where it is used, digital circuits, then search, etc. So I think that's it. We'll end the session. You have any doubts?
Ma'am?
Tell me.
Ma'am, I have wrote in chat box one sentence, ma'am. Combination of and, or, and not. Is it right or wrong? Could you please tell me, ma'am?
Shashi Kamal, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Either he can go to market and buy fruits, or to office, not stay home. Go to market. So each thing you should be able to represent like a variable. Okay. So go to market, you can say as one variable. Go to market and buy fruits. Or to office, but not stay at home. No, then something. It should happen like then something, right? Yeah, it is the or usage is fine, but and or combination, but then something should be there, no? So like say he goes to market and buys fruit, or to office. Yeah, you can say that, but we didn't conclude something, that's all. Like conclude in the sense if so, then this. That way we didn't say, because but not stay at home is not a conclusion. Oh, maybe we can write and not stay at home. No. I think go to market and buy fruits, or to office. Then something, maybe you can put it that way. Okay, Shashikamal, partially it is correct till office, but maybe not stay at home, but not stay at home is not appropriate here, I guess. Either he goes in bike or car, but not in bicycle. Yeah, we can say the statement is partial. I mean, full statement has not come, but that combination is correct. Eats food or milk before sleep. That's all. We didn't arrive at some kind of like this implies this. That kind of a statement did not turn up, but partial statement you have made, like an expression you have made. It is like telling, so now I was telling, no, like A and B, then this. So that has not come, A and B. That is where we have stopped. Even though you tell not both, it is already mentioned there. We will not tell like that. So he eats food or milk before sleep. That's it. So you didn't conclude something, but you have just told say A or B, like that. All these cases, last few examples, all of them are like A or B, or A and B. That's it. You didn't conclude. She is from Canada and I am from India, so I couldn't communicate with her properly. So she is from Canada and I am from India. Hence, no communication, something like that. If actually we usually say if this, then this, that kind of a way. So if she is from Canada and the person, like say I can say if person A from Canada and person B from India, then no communication. I can say that. Yeah, but and or usage is correct in most of your cases. Only thing is that conclusion did not come like if then, but that is not compulsory. If our intention is to just write A or B, it's still fine. That statement is not complete, like A or B, then C. Syllabus or reference book. Yes. Syllabus in the sense the course plan. No, I told you the meeting is not over. That's why I didn't put. I had showed in the first class. You can go through the video. Why I didn't put is there might be little changes in the evaluation, etc. I wanted it to finish and then put. So the textbook I'll put it in the chat. I mean in the Teams. Which is the reference. Okay. Okay then. Any doubt you have? Yeah.
Mail ID is changed right now, so we can't access the Teams.
Oh.
Ma'am, excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, ma'am, I will message you personally in the my teams, ma'am. Who are not added in the teams? I am the CEO of the subsection, ma'am.
Okay. Who is that? Tell your name,
Ma'am,
please.
my name is Hemacharan, ma'am.
Okay, Hemcharan. Huh.
So they can forward their mail, ma'am. So I can send you to, ma'am. So many members will message you, ma'am. So you got confused. So I will forward you the messages, ma'am.
Okay, but
It will be fine for
what
you.
do you want? So those who were not added in the teams, you want me to add in the teams.
Yes, ma'am.
So how did you join today?
Yeah, I
Ma'am,
joined.
they changed
Nikhil?
the mail IDs, ma'am. So now we are actually not using the old one. So the teams also in the new mail
So
IDs is
how did
not
you
there.
get amrita.edu mail ID? Oh, that is created.
Ah, yes, ma'am. Yesterday itself they sent it.
Ma'am, for G or H section they gave, ma'am. For F section, not
Okay.
yet given, ma'am.
So you guys are not able to access the material is what you're saying?
Ah, yes, ma'am. Because in the new one, all the entire the teams thing itself is empty. None of them are there. Ma'am told us.
Okay. But
Our
let me
class teacher
check
told
because
us to
if it
go.
is happening for all of you, maybe we'll have a new class itself created. So let me not add anyway again all of you and then confuse because already your Gmails will be there now on top of that your Amrita mail all together. Maybe if they're creating, maybe soon they'll create for all the sections and then they'll give instructions to us.
And
Just
they
let
told
us
that
wait for a day.
this mail ID which we got is temporary. They'll send one more mail.
That's what. So let us see how, if they have an instruction for me to add, then I'll add. Otherwise, maybe as of now, you can just enter like this. And materials, what you can do, no, the people who are the Hemcharan, are you able to access the materials?
Yeah, ma'am. I am able to
So
access the
you can just
material.
download and send them, mail them
Yes,
back.
yes, ma'am.
Okay. Nikhil, then you all can just check with your CR and then download and they'll send you back. Because
Excuse
otherwise, if I start adding you all, I think you all can start leaving to the next class. It's already time. Only they had
excuse
something, so I'm just, yeah, tell me.
I have a doubt, ma'am. Ma'am, what
Yes.
is the difference between